Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspective. I'm your host, G, and today we got James.
Yeah, what's happening, y'all, out there in TV land?
Mm-hmm. And we got Norris.
Hey, I'm here finally for once.
Yep. And we also may have somebody else coming in later, so when they come in, we'll bring them in. Sorry about that. my email just went off, but it's fine. But anyway, so just so you know, we do have a clips channel. Please check that out. It's on the link down below. I haven't really been working on it lately. That's only because I've been dealing with some other stuff, but we do have a clips channel. Please check that out on the link down below. Also, we do have a podcast. The podcast is delayed, audio only. I know this is a podcast, but it's an audio only podcast. You can check on Spotify and other podcasts was the sites. Sorry, I can't think about the right word, but all the links are down below. So please check those out. So beyond that, so today, what I decided to talk about is we actually went over this on our older podcast. I decided to bring it back only because it's kind of on me. I'll just tell you the background. Basically, when we decided to do this podcast, Norris came on and he was there on time. Actually, sadly, he's the only one who was there on time. And I had this dude waiting for an entire hour before we started talking, and kind of basically wasted an hour of this man's life. So I decided to bring him back on so we could talk about this topic. We could correct a couple of things and, and have a discussion. So once again, we're going to go ahead and talk about modern dating from a male's perspective. I don't know what my past self was talking about, but everything I brought up had nothing to do with the topic. So let's keep going with the podcast. And I'm not going to lie, I'm also going to use this to take the time to correct some of my statements. It's not wrong, but I kind of want to clarify some things so it kind of helps out and works out. Plus, I have some things I actually want to talk to James about because, he called me out some things and I have a better response today. So starting with, and I guess I'll start off. I don't even know what question I should ask. Well, you know what? I should start off with Norris since, again, he came in late, so I want to start off with him. Again, I've asked you this in the last podcast, but I'll ask you again. Looking at the dating market and what's going on, I know you're a married man, but I also know that you also are, you're also at school institutions, working at schools. And I was wondering, from your point of view, what does the dating market look like to you?
That's a general question.
I know. We're going to get specific. But
I don't know. It looks very much the same as it looked for many of years and decades. Like, nothing's really too much changed. People have different values and stuff like that, but it's like whatever that is with those type of people, it's each individual, and if you're in a relationship or anything like that, it's about coming together. So you're gonna have to compromise. But yeah, what?
Yeah, that's kind of I don't know, man. Like I mean, me personally, and again, we talked about this before. So I want to apologize to people. Some things we're gonna rehash, but it's just because we're bringing this back. Looking at it, I mean, to me, a lot has changed, man. Like me, I'm the single guy here. And I can honestly tell you, it's definitely not the same for what it used to be. I think, like you said, people's values and standards have changed. I think we're starting to see the results of it today. But beyond that, because I want to start off with this. I know that was a little generalized, but James, the last time we talked about the subject, you said something. You said a couple of things, and one thing I want to bring up was when you sat there and said, "Why am I so vague?" The reason why I do that, and I do want that to be said, is because I'll be honest with you, man, I have to account for the exceptions because there are exceptions to the rule. Mm-hmm. Like when I talk, it comes from like more a generalized place. So I want to think like what was the arguments? Like one of the arguments you brought up was when you sat there and said like ain't no man gonna deal with no bum girl. But at the same time, in that same podcast, you actually answered my question when you said a man ain't going to deal with a bum girl unless she upgrades. And that's kind of my point where, going back then where I said, yes, a man will date with a girl who's lower as long as she's willing to change and upgrade herself and her life.
The hell does that got to do with it? Really, bro? Did you just take 6 months of research to try to come back to my fucking argument? Okay, bring it. Let's see. Bring it. I don't hear anything right now.
Yeah.
What is your point? A dude's gonna deal with a bum chick if she doesn't want to be a bum? Well, if he sees potential in her, sure.
That's what I said.
Nobody's going. No. You said a dude will deal with a bum ass chick, period, just because she's like bomb in bed or something. And
He will
that's
deal.
not true.
He would deal with her. He would deal with her.
You're fucking crazy, bro. He's gonna deal with her until he gets bored.
My point, but I'm saying like to take her seriously. Yes, she has to
How is
upgrade.
that
That's
your
my point.
You have no point.
What are you talking about?
I said a dude's not gonna deal with a bum chick
unless she's willing to level up. And I said yes, that's what I'm talking about. I agree with that.
Bro, yeah, and the sun only shines on a Wednesday at 12 o'clock if the weatherman says it and it actually does it. What is that? Like, you're not saying anything right now. You literally just said, of course he's gonna deal with the bum chick if she's willing to level up. If she's willing to level up, she's not really a bum chick now, is she? Everybody's got to start somewhere.
That's my point, though.
Are you doing some Jedi mind trick or something? Like, you're not bringing up a point. Everything I say, you can't just go, that's my point.
Because it is. You literally made my point.
Scooby-Doo's the best cartoon ever made. Now say that's my point, right? Come on. You can't. Okay. Again, a dude, like, if you have money, if you have status, fuck all that money. If you are where you want to be in life, and you see a bum chick, you're not going to want to deal with that bum chick. And if you do, it's superficial and it's very temporary. It's literally until you get bored.
Yes, unless she proves otherwise.
But then that's not really a bum chick. That's just a chick that's starting in the game late. Yeah, obviously you're gonna put your chick up on game because you want her to be on the same situation you're on. But a bum chick is just going to be a bum chick. With that video that you sent, with the little was it no jumper situation? Yeah, that's what that dude was trying to explain to the chick.
Yeah.
If you just trying to get, a car and a bill paid, that's a bum chick. I'm not trying to deal with that chick. Yeah,
exactly.
If you want to own some stuff, then let's try to work on that. Because you have some kind of potential. That means you want to level up. But she was so content on being like, that's a waste of my time. I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
And no dude who has their status set is going to want to deal with that unless they're an idiot who wants to lose everything they got to a bum chick.
I agree. So I'm guessing the confusion is coming from it's the definition or probably the verbiage I'm saying. Well, before we start off, we got somebody else in the podcast. If you want to introduce yourself real quick, man.
What's up, you guys? Sorry about that, man. I've been trying to get on for the last 10 minutes. My internet has been faulty. Let me just say that. But what's up, you guys? This is Brandon D. Vernon. Glad to join the show, and let's have a fun show.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So, okay, now getting back to the topic at hand. So, like I said, I think kind of issue that I'm kind of seeing is the definition where you're seeing it. And maybe I'm using wrong verbiage. And because to me, like, maybe I shouldn't say a bum chick because I get a bum, like no man wants to deal with a bum chick, but I should say a girl who's kind of, I guess, lower in status. It's probably the better word to say.
I mean, again, a bum chick, a chick that's lower in status, a dude will probably give any chick a shot.
Yes.
Depending on if they hit her qualities.
Exactly.
But then I know plenty of chicks that'll do the same thing with the dude.
Yeah.
That's the issue we had on the last one. If you replay that, you'll see it. like you were saying, no, a dude is just gonna deal with the bum chick, but a chick is gonna be like, nah, I need something better. And the chicks that do that is because they're kind of going with the setup. The dude should be doing better. The dude should be trying to put her up on game.
And I mean, my point being like, no, like majority of the, like, I guess my bigger point of that when I was saying that was that most women only look up. They're not, no, most women won't really date down. Like they only date up or higher than them. It's what I
Yeah,
was saying.
but that's a false. That's a super false. There's a bunch of chicks out there that
I
have
got
some kind of status that want to talk to a bum dude at that point because they feel he got potential. Same thing.
I said most women. I didn't say all women. Hold on. You want to
I
say
got a
something?
question.
Go ahead.
I got a question. I don't think the subject is being approached right because I feel like we starting to talk about roles and like because I hear the word potential being thrown around and all that stuff, and I think that things have changed in time, and sometimes one person may be up, whether it's male or female or whatever you want to call it. That part doesn't matter, but somebody, I think we're talking about the hierarchy, and I'm going, okay, but what does that matter? Because at the end of the day, if you got the money, what the heck, like you can spend it, and you're still not gonna lose it. And if you're not gonna lose it, that's not really what you're looking for to bring into a relationship.
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm going. Some of this ain't making sense, low key, of
Okay.
what's being talked.
So let me kind of rewind. So basically, this entire topic is more about, you know, like kind of how the dating market changed, and like, I mean, I'm sure, like we talked about before, it's kind of messed up the dating market is right now because the dating market is kind of messed up, and you can kind of tell there's even statistics to show that, you know, marriage levels are down, how laws have changed. It kind of makes it really unappealing for a man to be married, you know. So a lot of it is, and it's kind of like when I came to the conclusion of is that, you know, it's kind of like it's being put on us like we're all the problem, and kind of like my whole entire point of this conversation is trying to say it's like no, like men, like the thing is like as men, like we all know men can be a problem, but the problem is but what I've been hearing lately online from other people being out there being dealing with the dating market, it's kind of like women feel like men are the problem, but like they're not the problem and they shouldn't have to improve. It's kind of the whole entire point. It's more like guys are the problem, men are the problem, and you make excuses for your kind of like the bad things that you do that's unappealing to men. You get what I'm saying?
I guess. I'm more so
Go ahead.
looking at, I guess the idea of what's kind of being said, the power position, and
Yeah.
I think you're talking about the roles have been reversed. But from my experience, personal experience,
Mm-hmm.
when you're in a relationship and you're married, and then you could just be, I don't know, in a relationship in general, power changes over time. So sometimes in the market, if you're talking about money, finances and stuff, that it shifts. So, and that's where I'm going. Okay, so are you saying, are you talking about the power and it being a societal standard of empowering a certain sex or gender? Because that happens and it switches over time. Like now we're trying to empower other people. Like, so I don't think like that's the topic we should talk about really, because and all honesty, like things change. People gonna do it wrong. Some people gonna do it right. But that's all up dependent on what the definition is in the first dang place.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not the topic I was on. I don't know. But I'm literally just saying a dude doesn't want to mess with a bummy chick. Like that's just how it is. A chick that doesn't. I'm not talking about.
But that
you know,
that goes the same way both ways.
and that's what I told G, but he doesn't want to believe me.
But that also, and with it also going both ways with certain things of that nature, certain things change. There's adjustments to what he's talking about of what I get. But I'm going, but why are we talking about this? It don't even make no sense to me, low key.
Because this came from an earlier podcast where he was bringing up a point that women basically are, won't date down. They only date dudes who have the status that they want, but dudes will settle for anything. And I told him that's a varsity. That's
No,
fake.
okay, no.
False.
Okay, hold on.
Oh
I
God, here we
didn't.
go. Press
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Change your statement. Change your statement. Hold on. Come on,
Hold
Donald Trump. Change your statement, bro.
No, fuck that shit. I didn't say men will settle for anything. That's not what I said. What I said, and if you listen back to the podcast, is basically what I said was, yeah, man would pretty much fuck anything. But I'm saying at that point, a woman has listen to what I'm saying. A woman has a small, but if a man's only willing to deal with a woman on any level, she has a limited of time to show that she's worth more than her body. Is what I'm trying to say. It's the basic way to say it. It's a fucked up way to say it, but it's the basic way to say it.
That's not what you said.
That is basically what I was saying.
Now you're saying that dudes are choosy. You didn't say that before.
What are you
Hey,
talking?
Did he say that? You just said a woman has a certain amount of time to show that she's more than just her body.
Yes.
But before you said a dude will settle for anything.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it like that. I didn't say that at all.
Man, we need to run this tape back,
we
bro.
do.
Man, are you on trial? Is this dude under oath? Can we put this dude under oath right now?
Yeah, we should run it back. I don't know. Do I have it? Yeah,
Do we have a list? Can we have a listening party here, ladies and gentlemen of the court? I believe this dude's committing perjury right now, yo.
I told you, pointless.
I mean, there's a point to it, but again,
Yeah, there's a
G's
point.
just changed like a politician.
I
Are you
didn't
running for governor, bro? Hey, the next governor of California. Everybody give it up for G.
Pointless. It ain't even worth the conversation if the rules keep changing.
But
the rules haven't changed.
Those rules.
Hold on. Go ahead, B.
Let me say it like this: as a guy who just came in, I'm still trying to figure out how you even should approach the thing.
Hey. Last time you said the same stuff too. You Switzerland, motherfucker. Like he was trying to be neutral in this conversation last time. I remember that. Come on, B, you gotta have some identity. Come on, man, gangbang on this dude G. You know he said what he said.
No, I just can't. I don't know what the topic is.
Man, back when G was saying how women be choosy but dudes don't, all that situation.
I did not say dudes aren't.
Oh my God, I need to, Your Honor, I need this dude put under oath right now.
Let's see. Okay, hold on. No. I brought it up. Give me one sec. I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, last podcast is up.
Dude has it edited too. You don't have it edited to be.
I don't have it. This is one that's on YouTube. Let me make sure the audio's on though. Oh, hold on.
Evidence.
Uh-huh.
Where's Judge Wapner at, bro?
Hold on.
Maybe,
All right, everybody, we're all good?
Yes.
That's annoying. My bad. That wastes a lot of time.
You're sounding like an old person that doesn't know what they're doing, honestly.
No, they get hit the same way. It's just most of the time, again, like your point earlier, women like to choose up. Of course, they want somebody that's gonna fucking take care of them and provide for them and protect them and yada yada yada. You don't want a bum ass dude, but then dudes don't want bum chicks. You say dudes are stupid and they gonna try to get a bum chick. No, if you're really talking about some shit, okay, so you telling me you not gonna get married in the U.S. All right, fine, we cool with that. Let's move past that. So you telling me we circling back, we trying to bring everything together right now.
All right, cool,
So
cool,
you
cool.
don't get married, you in a relationship 15 years with a bum ass chick that work at Cardenas.
Okay.
You that's cool with you, right? So you got a podcast that's making money, bro. You got a successful business that's making money. You ain't making Bezos money, but you trying to get Bezos ex-wife money. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make a bag, okay?
Yeah.
You making 6-7 figures now, right?
Mm-hmm.
This chick still bagging fucking groceries at Vaughn's.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me 15 years later you still gonna be like, oh yeah, girl, how many bags you bag? How many groceries you bag today? You gonna be bored with that situation. You not gonna want to deal with her no more. You gonna want a high class chick that likes the finer stuff in life that either you gotta take care of or she's got the game to hold you down in what you're doing.
I mean, okay, so I gotta kind of speak on myself. So I'll speak on myself. All right, hello.
Hello, we're on the phone.
Yeah.
All right. So James, there you go. All right, you know what?
It sounds like I was right.
I didn't fucking answer.
Yes,
Hell,
you did. You was like, oh yeah,
I said,
yeah.
but I didn't answer because it was a little here. I'll even give you this is an example right here. Listen to this one.
If you didn't answer, what the hell you play the clip?
No, this is the one that I did basically make my point right here. If we're talking about statistic and stats of what men will do, I mean, so but what my point being is, you'll still get, even as an older man, not saying for marriage potential, but you'll still give a girl who's attracted to time and day. Not saying you're necessarily going to marry her, but what I am saying is that if she shows potential, or she is getting her shit together. I mean, you're telling me if her mind's screwing on straight, she's going after her degree. I mean, you have all the means to take care of her, and she says, "I'm only dealing with you, and I'll work on myself." You wouldn't want to deal with that.
Oh, what you just said? Sorry, you got brought up.
Yeah. Okay. What I said was, I'll say it like this. So this may be a better way. So you're telling me if you found an attractive woman, she's hot as fuck, she's like super hot, but she works at Home Depot. You talk to her, see a girl, she works at Home Depot, just bagging stores, whatever. But you talk to her, but she's super hot, she's super attractive, and you look at her, you're like, I just want to smash whatever, get done, which is cool, you go ahead. You talk to her, and then let's say, you smash, but then you decide to talk to her, and you decide to get to know her. And then she talked about, yeah, I'm on my path, and I got my bachelor, I'm working on my master's, I'm just working here just to kind of save up, pay some bills, trying to get my life together, So basically, she's a girl, young, but she's like, she's on her path, shows potential. You have the means to help her get there. She's willing to listen to you, listen to your leadership, take your advice on how to be better. You're telling me you want to take a woman like that who has potential to become something that you want her to be, but she just works at Home Depot for a period of time.
It's starting to sound like a job qualification. I'm just saying, I see it exactly for what it is. Is this what we're talking about? I'm just asking.
I mean, but doesn't it kind of have to be like that in a way? I
guess.
But that's why everybody's online right now talking about, I'm taking applications for boyfriends, or I'm taking applications for girlfriends. Because yes, it is a job requirement. Hell yeah, it is. The same shit. See, but you trying to front like, well, I don't want to say it. No, I'm saying it straight like it is. Hell yeah, it is. Because I'm not trying to deal with no bum ass chicks, bro. And no real dude who's on his grind is trying to deal with a bum ass chick.
I'm
Like,
just
you brought that-
identifying it as it is. That's my whole point. I'm going, okay, let's simplify it and not complex this thing out. Because I'm going, all of this is wants. These are desired wants of what you need to be listed at, and you might get higher.
Yeah.
At the same time, these ones are required, and I'm looking at it as like this is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm looking at.
It's
Like, from what I'm
prerequisites to the
hearing.
game. Exactly. But that's the same. Women have the same shit. They want a dude this tall. They want a dude who had this much. A dude to drive this car.
Mhm.
So yes, but dudes have the same thing. And again, if you listen to that clip, G is arguing me that it's not true. That dudes are like, they'll go get a chick from Home Depot. And that in that clip, you mentioned the Home Depot chick before, and I said, and I quote, how many rich dudes is gonna go talk to a chick from Home Depot?
So you need to retitle this like relationship qualifications or something.
No.
You can repackage it, you can rebrand it any way you want. The shit that I just said in that clip is the same shit I said today.
Yeah. And it's the same. All I'm saying is I said the same thing in that clip. I said if she shows potential, you would take her seriously.
But again, she had okay. You're talking about,
but your title says fit the description. Fit the description literally only comes in certain sections, and I'm going a better title for this goes in a different direction. But whatever.
Well, fit the description is just the title of the podcast. We talk about everything on here. We talked about.
I know that. I'm talking about this one in specific of what we're talking about right now.
No, I don't. There's a title to this.
I mean, it seems like if we're revisiting it, it needs to have some type of title to me.
Fit in the description podcast, revisiting some bullshit that G said earlier. I mean, I think Judge Wapner ruled in my favor, but you keep saying I didn't say anything in that clip. So which one is it? Did you not say something in the clip, or did you say exactly what you're telling me now? Because you didn't, but whatever.
What are you? I just played you where I did say that. Did I not say if she shows potential? Because yes, a dude will fuck with a bum chick. I'm not saying he'll marry her, but he'll take her out for fun. That men do that.
Okay, then what the hell?
And all I was saying was, if she shows that she's more than like I said, her body, whatever, she'll be willing to, like I said, he'll be willing to take her more seriously. That's all I'm saying. It's the same thing that you said, but that's what I'm saying.
But it's not taking her more seriously. It's investing time. Like he'll invest in the situation.
I'm fine with that. Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that definition.
So the way you're talking, sir, you're gonna get canceled.
I know, but trust me. This podcast had many episodes of getting canceled. This is only one of them. All of us at this point are prepared to be canceled. Trust me.
Could give a fuck less about getting canceled, pimp. Sorry, but I'm too old for cancellations and shit like that. I'm in syndication, homeboy. Bring it.
Yeah, trust me, man. Like I said, man, we have worse podcasts. One in particular, pretty bad.
I abstain from that. I'm straight.
Yep. And that one, and that podcast will be up when we get the website up, because that one was pretty. Yeah, a lot of bold.
It was pretty. It was pretty. How did it sound?
It was pretty bold. I put it like this, man. I shut up. Me and Jay didn't say nothing. We stayed out of that one. It was bad.
Man, bro. I want to, when you put that in, I'm going to be on witness protection at that point.
Yeah. I'm watching my hands on that episode. I ain't said nothing. That was insane.
So it does matter. It does matter if you get looked at least a certain way.
No,
All
it's not that. You know, hell, no, I could give a shit less, but that podcast is on a different level.
Yeah.
level.
Yeah. That's
We
really
met
bad.
we met the Grandmaster boss in that one in Super Mario.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great podcast and one of my podcasts I don't think I really want to talk about. It's pretty
Man.
bad. It was bad.
Wow.
It was bad.
I bet we did fit the description in that shit. Okay?
Oh man.
100%.
Yeah, it was a bad one. It was great content, but it was bad. And I asked both of them, they sure you want me to put it up? And both of them said yes. So I ain't gonna put it on YouTube, but it's gonna go up.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so. But anyways, all I'm saying is that I feel like I proved my point of what I said. That a man is willing to invest time into a girl if she shows that she's actually worth it. And again, like I want to say this too, because I do want to talk about, man. I'm not, this is argument, like when I've talked to well, actually when I've heard from some girls. And sometimes when I say this statement, I say men and women are different. And a lot of women tend to flip out when I say that. And I say, and I always had to clarify, you're different from, not better, not lesser than,
You say that in that order, or you say it backwards?
No, however I say it basically in that way. I won't say I reverse it if I forget. But yeah, but that's why I say, like, we're different, we're different from each other, but you're not lower than me. Being different does not mean you're lesser than. And I think that's kind of go ahead.
I think that's where the perception is being misconstrued.
Exactly.
Literally, you're saying that, but I don't know where that's being said per se in a conversation, and that kind of matters because, like, if you come off, I've heard in this conversation that we've had already about hierarchy and bum and this, that, certain negative shit,
Yeah.
And ain't nobody, whether you're a male, female, whatever, you're not going to take too kindly to the negative stuff.
Of course.
So then with that, you have to understand of what you're saying. Like, and when you're saying it, like, it's like, hold up. Don't nobody want no negative towards them in their name, period.
I get that, but some things need to be said though, and I also say that too. And
that's what can be said, and that's where I'm going. Okay, well, how do you title it? What you gonna say? You have freedom of speech. Everybody got that, but
they're trying to take it away. Don't get me wrong. We're losing it we're losing it very little by little. We're losing it.
But at the same time, I'm more so going, okay, well, what's being said is what's being said, but I think it's very difficult for one person to talk for all people.
Oh no, I'm making more of a generalized statement. I'm not really talking because okay. So this is a stance.
You can't generalize, man.
You have to, because there are some generalizations that apply, because you got to understand. Okay, so this is one thing I like to say, and again, I'm coming from a male's perspective. I'm not talking from a female's perspective. So this is a bunch of men here. Sorry, but it's a statement I've said. I've actually told James this off the podcast. I said this: men, the standard, marry the exception. Here's the problem with that argument. There's two issues with that argument. One, the exception is different for every man, and two, every woman thinks she's the exception. And
you said the standards, what?
Men will fuck the standard but marry the exception. The problem with that argument is that the exception is different for every man, and every woman thinks she's the exception. So what I mean by that is that basically because of those two exceptions to the rules, a lot of women will kind of use that. That's why you hear when I hear like women talk, whatever, they sit down and say, oh, well, I'll find a good man for me. Oh yeah, no, a man will take me. I could be this way and whatever. And I'm like, no, because there are certain standard things. Pretty much the majority of men, not all men, but the majority of men want. Again, you can see it today. Most marriages today are failing.
Okay, but when you say that's up to the individual, and this ain't no agreement of this side or the other, like when it comes to coming together, guess what? You responsible, I'm responsible for certain things, point blank, period. And
Exactly.
some people might fall short or whatever at certain points in time, but it is up to the individuals that are in that to make the decisions and choices of it. Like,
but hold on, what you're saying right there, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with that argument. That's literally the problem with the argument I put out there. It's right there where, like I said, it is different for everybody. That's why I say for every man, the exception is different. That's why, all of us can be married, but our girls could be totally different because we all need different things from a relationship. So that's
but
kind of
it doesn't matter though. Like I don't think everybody necessarily even ever wants to get married per se. Like that's
true.
also
Well, I'm even talking about a long-term relationship. Like I'm talking about a relationship just in general. Like you could be in a long-term relationship and never get married. Pretty much, I'm talking about if you want to be in a relationship, not just around and have fun, whatever. I'm talking about if you want to be in a relationship, there's things. And again, I'm not trying to sit there and trying to exclude guys. Like guys don't need to work on themselves, whatever. It's just what I've been hearing. My issue is more of this. As men, we're willing to call each other out. Like let's just be honest. Like if we're fuckheads, we're gonna call each other out. Hell, James did it to me right now on the podcast, But I'm not always hearing that from the women's side. You get what I'm saying? Especially today. And what all the point I'm trying to say is just kind of simply, this is kind of the big argument, is that we both have to self-improve and to be in a relationship at the end of the day, it takes work from both parties, and it takes sacrifice from both parties. I mean, come on. Two of you guys in this podcast are married. And I'm sure both of y'all could tell you to be in a marriage, not just date a fucking girl, but to be in a marriage, it takes work. It's not easy. It takes a lot of hardship. It takes a lot of work. And what I'm saying is a lot of the way that the women think today, because again, a lot of things I'm seeing particularly like men are having to shift and change. But it's so far where it's like you're kind of taking men kind of out of nature, and you're trying to. Man, I wish I I'm sorry about that, but to me it's kind of like you're trying to take men out of nature to kind of fit you, but it's like no, like that's why I said we're different, like what we want in what generalizations, not the main points, but like generalizations, what we want out of relationships are kind of two different things. And I'll make this at the point. I'll make it as a base level. This is a base level, and just how the base of a traditional relationship is. A traditional relationship is a man's a provider, a woman helps out the household, whatever. Now, I'm not saying I want a traditional relationship, but I am saying like there's certain aspects that kind of make it work. We kind of fit together.
Who's saying that these days, though?
What?
That the man is the provider and the woman is what you were saying.
Well, I'm saying that's what it used to be.
But when was it?
Oh, this is like traditional, like probably before we were born.
Okay.
That wasn't before you were born. It was still going on when y'all were kids.
Oh, okay. Well, I was a kid.
It's very recent when everything changed. And again, what you were saying right now is basically what I said before in an earlier podcast. It's a crime to be a man now.
Thank you.
That's all you needed to say.
Yeah, sorry, I can't think of the words right now. I don't know why I'm all jumbled up right now. My bad.
We just trying to get it all focused in. That's what the point is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crime to be a man now.
Yes. Exactly.
Anybody got an argument against that? I'm ready to go. Both barrels going.
I got an argument.
Bring it then. Bring it.
Haven't we we already been there with the criminalization of whether you're a male or you are a certain ethnicity or whatever?
No, I'm not even going into ethnicity. It's just a crime to be a man right now. It's period, point blank. It teetered over of years. It progressed, and now it's just a full blown crime to be a man.
And okay, then I got a question. When you say it's a crime to be a man, what does that entail? What you like? What are the charges?
To be a
I guess?
heterosexual, human, red-blooded male is a crime right now.
Yeah. And where do you feel that's coming from? Like, what's that? What is that?
It's basically what society has deemed it as. Because
And is
what
that
G was saying before with the roles, yeah, men were providers, men were, whatever, the head of household, they were the alpha, they were this and that. And the woman was the nurturer, the follower, the blah blah blah. Yeah. That is gone, because if you have that now, you're chauvinistic. You're a pig, you're a jerk, you're a what else? I mean, there's a list. There's a whole list. You can probably Google it. Podcast land, Google that for me.
okay.
Holla at me.
And I'm just trying to make sure this is being like to the point of, okay, we're getting an understanding of what's going on and whatnot. Now,
Yeah, no. Trust me, you
Well,
got the
with
right
all-
one, bro. I'll give you the whole information.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna shut up to like my thoughts together. So
Man, yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
He got a notebook over there, bro. I got it from the top. I watched this, okay? I looked at it. I've lived it. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
and role reversals are happening. Would you say now?
It's not even a role reversal. It's called blurring. It's blurring.
Uh-huh.
That's why I sent that video the other day about how women are always saying that they can do everything a man can do, and then that in that netball game where they put the men and women together and the men just obliterated the chicks, and then all the women were like, "Those men are jerks. They're so wrong for that. Why didn't they just forfeit the game?" And these are full-on feminists saying this. Those men were wrong for doing that. They know they're stronger than those women. They know they're faster than those women, blah, blah, blah. But that's funny because you're saying that, but then 5 years ago, you were saying that men can and women are do equal. They're 100% equal. Women can do anything a man can do. But when that dude dunked on that chick, he's wrong. Now he's wrong. Now he's a total asshole for that. And then people were going from the stands, like on social media, like, what is wrong with these dudes? These dudes are pieces. Like, they were just belittling and vulgarly slurring these people.
Okay. So I hear everything that you're saying. I'm just glad it's being clarified, and you started to bring up the women's equal rights and stuff like that. That's the key point. And I go, it was never mentioned before. Well, it might have been in the other earlier podcast or something, but yeah.
No, that's like I said, you got the right one, bro. If you want to talk about this, because I'll let you know. This is the situation, bro. Like, men cannot be men. It is a crime to be a man. You have to be a new age man, which is weird. So,
and I've been asking this question for the longest to all kinds of different people. What does it mean to be a man?
A man is basically, again, a man, as you're growing up, you're taught to be the leader. You're taught, you're supposed to take charge of the household. You're supposed to, be the provider. That's what you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're old enough they call you a chauvinist piece of shit for trying to do that. And you're controlling and you're all this other crazy crap.
Mm-hmm.
So basically everything you were taught growing up is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I brought it up on this podcast before. Full of shit.
Was I there? Was I there though?
No, I don't think so.
You were there at the beginning, then you had to leave. You were there like right at the beginning at the lead. Yeah. That's why that's why we did this again, because yeah, that was on me. That's my bad. So that's why we did it again.
But that's the point though, and I totally get where you're coming from, and I'm going. So what now?
There is no what now. Like honestly, if you're a man, you're gonna have to go through some stuff right now. If you're a new age man, you straight, man. You know, keep what you're doing. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that part. I don't have the answer for. I think that's why we made fitness.
I know. I said I have an answer.
Yeah, but your answer is gonna get us canceled. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay,
Oh,
I got the answer to this.
Wow.
Y'all gotta stop letting these toxic people in your life. I mean, that's it, folks.
No, it's not that.
Toxic.
It's not toxic.
It's not toxic people though, bro. It's society.
Yeah.
Society's looking at this and agreeing with people because they don't want confrontation anymore.
Like I guess I do me all the time, so there's no female or dude or whatever that's gonna come say something to me, throw a label on me or whatever, and it's gonna have any effect on me. Like I don't care what you think of me, you know. I mean,
yeah.
That's a bold statement.
I get yelled at by chicks who are feminists and some ginger this that all the damn time.
I got a barrel. The barrel's loaded. The barrel's loaded and pointed at you right now, bro. And I could literally.
It's like okay.
Literally go at this. And
it's like okay, and I mean,
if we really talking, bro, I'll go at it. I don't think it's gonna be pretty though. I'm gonna tell you.
Time out, real quick, because I felt like we was talking about feelings there for a minute. You said you don't feel no type of way, B, right?
Yeah. If a girl came and say something to me,
all right, that's all
if it's not
say.
true,
all right, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
So she come and accuse her of something I know ain't true, ain't gonna bother me.
But doesn't mean that you're not gonna be affected from that though. Like you realize that, right?
Like what?
That does not mean that you're not going to be affected by that.
I'll like to see him try.
Oh
yeah, I'll literally like to see him try.
Oh, I'm gonna be quiet right now.
And that's the problem because you guys allow shit to happen.
Okay. Seriously, real talk. You don't allow things to happen, right?
Nah.
I'm gonna be real off the script right now, and I'm gonna be like, are you entertaining any ladies in your life right now?
At this moment, no.
And that's why you can be what you want to be.
No, not really.
Okay. I mean, I'm telling you right now, because if that chick got some friends online or wherever that start telling her what you doing is wrong, she gonna try to correct it.
Right. Okay. It's online.
If you're really no, but that's just it. What did I say before in the podcast? Online is now reality. Social media, people in this generation, in this day and age, live two lives. They live their outside life and then their social media life. But more and more people are starting to turn their social media life and blur that line into their reality. So it doesn't. How do you think canceling? How do you think people get thousands of people talking about they want to cancel? Man, these people don't know. Like my nephew has like thousands of chicks talking about they canceling him. He doesn't know thousands of chicks, but the 20 chicks he knows 20 more chicks who know 100 more chicks and blah blah blah. It just keeps snowballing. So yeah, they do change your perception a lot. So you can sit there and be like, I'm going to do me. And you will do you, but you're going to do you literally just by yourself.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that right now.
No, I'm really fine with that.
I need you to
I
make
have
sure to
no
keep that
problem
energy.
being a loner.
No,
I
I
have
mean,
no problem with that.
I just want you to keep that energy, man. Keep the fight, bro. Because
I've
in
been
10
having
years,
that energy.
10 years from now, that energy may be a little different.
I literally have no problems. I have no problems with women. I don't. Because I've been doing me.
I can't tell the future. I can just say
But
kudos to you right now for doing you.
Yeah, it's been work so far. So,
But
I mean,
just like Nora said at the beginning, when you're in a relationship, compromise has to happen. It sucks because your compromising may end up making you contradict that statement you just made. But oh, whatever. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, like I said, time will tell. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you know what I'm saying? When there's
yeah.
there's a little bee around or something, yeah, then you know,
I mean, to me, it doesn't even have to go that far. I mean, it could just like just get a girlfriend,
I know.
date her for a little while, and piss her off.
But I'm hoping he's gonna keep him for a little longer than just a girlfriend. I mean, he's got so much conviction in his voice. I want to rock with this dude. It could save humanity right here, bro. I know it's probably not true. The dice are against him, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I've been the same person for the longest time. So, I mean,
Hey,
but
no,
with women or without women, I mean.
no, see, you're gonna have to take that back, bro. Like, you gotta remember, you came from a woman, first of all, like, and she's been in your life, and there's nothing that, like, that. Boy.
And she did a good job. I mean,
You gonna save
so
the whole
I know
marriage.
that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, and that's where you gotta understand, like, when he was talking about what I said before, James, of you gotta compromise and stuff like that, especially whether it's a woman or a male or whatever the case may be, you gonna have to compromise what your ideal situation is, your perfect outcome. Why? Because more than you is involved.
I mean, I understand that, I mean, of course, but keeping your core of who you are, that's not gonna change. It never has and never will. It is things happen in your life because you allow it to happen. If you have a partner who's out of control, do nothing about it. It's going to continue to happen. I mean, it's literally that simple.
The problem
you
with
fix
that
it,
is the problem
or you get rid of it.
I mean,
it's that simple.
The problem with what you're saying is society doesn't think they're out of control. It would only be you. So that would mean
But that's the problem. You got to worry about society for your life.
Yeah, you know why? Because you keep saying you, and then you plus her.
Okay,
you
but
plus her is supposed to equal we, and that's where we get fucked up.
Okay, so we're talking about partners. All right, but still, if you picked her, right, and if she goes out online, are you going to keep that around?
Yeah, you picked her for the potential, like G was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There's a potential for you to build and make something happen with that person. You have to grow with that person. You can't just sit there like, this is me and that's me. That will never work.
I get that, but there's still a core there's going to be a core in you, principles that needs to be that needs to stand.
Well, like
Let me ask you
That's
this
it.
question.
You-
Wait, let me ask this question. This is actually more for James and Norris.
damn
Have
it.
you guys ever talked to or
We
know?
talking to B.
No. Just listen to the question, and you'll understand why I'm asking you this question. Have you guys known and talked to any men that has been through divorces?
Hell yeah.
You get why I asked you that question?
Hell yeah. I got homies going through it right now.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is miserable. Kids won't talk to him. Everybody chose sides. He moving, getting another place. Dude had to take off of work because it was ridiculous.
So my whole entire point of being is it's just kind of saying this. It's that this is why I say when dudes or guys want to sit there and say, but a lot of guys, there's some guys come out and say, oh no, she ain't got no power, whatever. No. A woman has the power. She could build a man up and she could easily tear a man down in an instant. It's very easy. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen firsthand. So to sit down and say this doesn't matter, oh buddy, it matters a lot.
Like I said, man, hey B, I hope you can single-handedly change the male perspective and save the race, but time will
Well,
tell.
like I said,
I got your back.
I said that I know I can't say the whole race. I mean, I only have my lifespan ain't that long, but
Told you,
but
no one person can talk for everybody.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people can't talk from a generalized place because there are things that apply to majority of people.
Certain basics, but
Exactly.
specifics, hell no.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Specifics makes the difference. But
So that's what we're talking about. We talking about specifics.
Well, no,
especially
I'm more talking about the generalizations, not the specifics. The specifics are basically going the line of exceptions.
But that is a specific, just right there between a male and a female, and what that is. That's a specific.
Yeah, but there's also still standards too. So basically so it's like I'm kind of back to what James is saying. Well, no, that's not true because there are men that would deal with bummy ass women.
He's trying to get you, James. He's trying to get you. Not just playing.
No. I'm just more jumping off, but there are like certain things that like as okay. Here's a very 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 basic thing, and I'm only speaking from a man's perspective, but basically this is like a generalization of pretty much almost every man in the world, that if you get in a relationship with a woman must provide sex at some point in the relationship. That is a standard. I'm sure it's the same for women, but I'm saying that's a generalization that everybody can agree to.
Not the way you stated it. Sorry.
So you're telling me you'll get with a woman and never have sex with her?
I didn't say that. I said not the way you stated it.
Okay, fair enough. But I also say it's probably the same for women too. You can't be in a relationship and not provide sex at any point.
Yeah, but remember, it matters of how you say it, kind of, somewhat, in the sense of you didn't include the other side.
Well, that's because we're talking from a man's perspective, not a women's right now.
I know you coming from the men's perspective, but when you make statements like that, you kind of got to be inclusive, yeah?
Not right now, because again, this is more speaking towards men from male's perspective. I get what you're saying, like if women hear this so we don't get canceled, you may want to go, and that's why I sit down and say yes, it probably is the same for women, but I can't speak for a woman because I'm not a woman. That's the thing I'm not going to do. I can't speak. I can only speak from what I see and patterns of behavior that I've seen. That's all I could do. I can't really speak for a woman's feeling. I can't speak for the exception. I can only speak for what I see, and I can only speak from a man's perspective. So that's the best I can do. You know. Now, yes, if we could probably get women in here, then yeah. But again, this is a black man's podcast, so you know.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, you can finish.
Oh. Oh, well, no, that was just my point, like of the generalization. Like that's what I'm saying. Like just general, like there are certain generalized things that are just appealing to men, just like there's certain generalized things that are appealing to women. And again, that's applied to everybody, but it's just the majority of people how they are. It's kind of like you know what James was saying, like pretty much all women, they want. Sorry about that. My phone's going off. Almost everyone would say, I want a man who's over 6 feet, in shape, has 6 figures, and yeah, that's pretty much almost every woman. You know, that's a generalized statement. Now, crap. Okay, my fault. But that's just a standard. You know, just like men, like kind of standard with us. It's like, you know, like we want a girl that's kind of, you know, going to be good. I mean, let's be honest, men don't really want much. You know, like we just kind of want a girl that's going to be there, loyalty, you know, respect. You know, and just the simple things. You get what I'm saying? But that's a generalization. You know, we all have generalization of what we really want, no matter what. Like it's kind of applied. But what I'm saying is, so it's those exceptions that make it different. This goes back to what I said earlier. Men the standard, marry the exception. The problem is the exception is different for every man and every woman. She's the exception. You there?
Oh, I'm here. I think some things are easily interpreted, but difficult to explain.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. You know, this goes back to what I said, like, you know, when I say men and women are different, I get what you're saying, like that's toxic and be countable, but it's the truth. We are different. Like we're not the same. You know, like not, and again, different does not mean like a woman's lesser than me. We're just different. We're different from, not like women are different from, not lesser than.
I think that's the issue though.
Yeah.
Is the perception of that. When that statement is made, they feel automatically lesser than.
Yes.
Certain things are understated. And it would be the same way otherwise too, because we don't, again, when I was talking about, we don't want no negative connotation towards us, nor does anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's thing, like we understand it, you know. You like you said, you tell a woman.
Do we? No, see, now you're going into something else.
Go ahead.
You said that we understand them. Do we though?
No. I didn't say we don't understand them. I said we understand that.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't say that. Hold on. Whoa.
No, I'm saying the fact that do we as males understand females?
Hell no.
Hell
no.
Do
Hell no. What the hell? Hell no. Women don't even understand women. How the fuck are we supposed to?
No.
No.
Everybody else quiet. Y'all got input?
Okay, we can come back when everybody else gets in, but yeah, no, hell no. We don't. We'll never understand. Like this is why. Like I'm now again. I can't. I don't have enough facts, but I've been hearing it slowly, from a couple of places. I mean, but like I've been kind of listening to some bisexual women, you know, like just a little bit. And again, I don't have enough information to say this is what it is. So understand that this is just what I've been kind of hearing come up, but I don't know enough women like that anymore. I don't talk to enough of them on the subject to have a definite answer at this point. But I have been hearing some women who basically go both ways are starting to kind of say that they tend to say, I like messing with women, but I want to marry a man. Now, again, this doesn't apply to all of them. And again, I can't say this is factual, but I have been hearing that coming up lately. my point is, like I said, from the few things, from the few women I've heard, that from the few bisexual women I heard, they basically say it's a lot easier to date a man than it is a woman. So again, that's not something that I'm not willing to lay my hat on that. I've only heard from a bit. I'm only heard a smidget of it. Don't take that. Take what I just said as with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that's what it is. But all I'm saying is, from a man's perspective, yeah, no, I don't get women, and I just accept the fact that I won't.
I think there's definite understanding
Yeah.
on things, but
Yeah, I agree.
I go, there's some gaps there. And I go, what are those gaps? Let's identify them things.
Man, I don't care how much you try to identify it. Man, like I said, I've seen modern men than me fall to women on that kind of conversation. So I just accept the fact that I'm just never going to understand women. As long as we can have a basic understanding, we're good. Everything else, I'll live with. But I mean, I'm sorry. Like,
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, no, like I've no, like no, oh no. Like I said, women are women, and I just accept them for who they are.
I'm back.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You want to answer that?
Oh yeah. Okay. So when it comes to understand, I mean, you can't understand anyone. Honestly, I mean, we're not mind readers, but we should understand some. We should. Well, I said should understand, but I think we guys. If we're talking about men right now, we should understand. Start to understand a little bit of psychology, just certain notice women certain behaviors, notice things like tattoos, for instance. You look at the art of the tattoo. She has like skulls and bones. Well, that's a concern, right? You know, if she's talking in a whole bunch of mystical unicorn nonsense, well, you start to think, can I deal with that? Can I change that perspective or not? And you know, and eventually, if I said every guy should learn how to listen. If you listen, she'll tell you everything that you need to know. You just gotta direct conversation. Like by the end of that date night or wherever, you should have a good idea of who you're messing with, and you should have an idea if you want to go on the second round or not. Like I said, we're not mind readers here. There's no way we can ever understand what a woman or anyone do to whoever. We don't understand what they're thinking, but that's why it's good to get the skill to vet that out. Understand a little bit of psychology. You know, understand the symbols, the hand signs, what she's looking at. You know. And it'll save you from a lot of headaches. It'll save you.
So yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I'll simplify it on saying, yeah, understanding woman nature, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can understand women's nature, you can kind of understand psychology, but that will only get you so far. But I do agree, like
Of
yeah,
course.
you can understand women to a point. I kind of disagree with you with understanding men. Yeah, I mean the exception, but like I said, no, men kind of have an understanding of each other to a point. Of course, like there's things that were out there, but for the most part, men kind of know women, just kind of like women kind of know women to a point. But like no, we kind of have an understanding of each other. We kind of understand how we work and roll and kind of function.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the man part. Like, we just don't understand, but nah, men kind of have a basic understanding of each other. Like, they do that. Like, so that's why there's like a code between it. That's why there's certain things that we do that we just that we just naturally do, and we just kind of have an
Right.
understanding, So
Or I know they say women and men can't be friends, but as they get yourself a female friend, she hanging out with her long enough, you'll learn the basics of how female thinks. I got a feel. I'm definitely learned a lot.
That depends on perspective too, on where that statement is coming from.
True.
can you clarify that actually?
Like, I'm trying to rephrase it real quick. The women and men can't be friends kind of thing. You got to think though, like, what if this person is in a relationship and it doesn't matter for whom with it is, and there comes a certain maturity factor and stuff and responsibility factor that comes with that of, oh no, this is just my friend. You get what I'm saying yet?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. I get it, but let me let you expand more on that because I get it, but I think there needs to be more, expanded.
Okay.
On, just for the listeners.
If you're in a relationship,
yeah.
It doesn't matter whom with. What does matter is the fact that you're in a relationship. You're using that as an excuse to say, oh, we've just been friends forever. But just because you've been friends, you might have been friends in the sense of we're buddies kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
and if that's the case, and you're just saying it the way you're saying it, okay, all right. Some people are okay with that, some people not.
Yeah. No, trust me. Well, like I said, the friends I got, like I said, nothing ever happened. But no, I have female friends. The minute that they got a boyfriend, however, that dude was a hell no. that ain't gonna happen. But I never heard from them again. But I understand that though. It's like I understand because, like I said, a lot of male and female friends, they end up doing the do.
Well, all right,
you're right. You do have to have huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, okay. And you do have to be on a high maturity level. You really do. Like for me, like all I pretty much like for the the two female friends because this two who I could consider as friends. I can't look at them in a sexual type of way. I can't. So that is because that friend is never about that for my personal relationship with them. But like I said, when it comes to relationships, everyone has everyone's relationship is different. So, I mean, I could do it, but doesn't mean that the next guy can. So
But there's levels to relationships and stuff like that, and that comes with time and whatnot. But it's like you're gonna feel uncomfortable in certain situations depending on what's going on. You get what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, it could be easily as there's no confidant, as in the sense of if you're in a relationship and the other person is supposed to be your confidant, but they seem like they're more confidant-ish with somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have a problem with that, low key. Why? Because you're trying to blend with them. You're trying to merge with them in the relationship. So then it starts to become this competition bull crap, because there does become a line of, well, I'm here, but what am I here for?
No, I get. I don't get what you're saying. Because I've been here before. I've been there for a very, very long time ago. So I definitely understand that. But because I already been there before, I kind of know the reality of that could happen, and 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 because I know that, I really don't have. I'm more prepared to let her go, because I know that once she has a partner that's on his playing field now, it's not mine. She's in a relationship with him, not me. So I understand that once that do happen, I'm prepared to let her go at any time. If 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 push comes to shove, if her man ain't feeling me or whatever, and don't want her to talk to me anymore, I'm okay with that. It's like, I understand, because she's under her rulership and not mine. That's his household, or I said their household now. She share her her body and responsibility all go to him. It has nothing to do with me anymore. So it's like, so that's something I've learned just through experience. This is like, I learned that, okay, if I have a female friend, there's a high chance that she's not going to be here. So I just enjoy the moment with that person. Always ready to let that person go. So
Well, that's where I think things that's been being defined in this room over this podcast and stuff is it's talking about things like dominance and what masculinity is and feminism is and all that stuff. And I'm going, okay, we're defining certain things, but it does become a point where that word accountability is coming into play, because when you're in a relationship, it's the factor of you can do what you gonna do, but for me and what I am currently, I am married. I signed on the dotted line and everything. So guess what? It's a little different. And I go, is it because of the dotted line and signed paper and stuff like that, or is it more so of the attitude that I have towards it?
What is your attitude towards it?
I take it seriously, just like I take my kids seriously.
Oh yeah.
So it's the point of, no, I'm committed, and with commitment, that varies from person to person a bit. Mm-hmm. But when you in that thing of a relationship like that, where there's different rules. Like I tell people all the time, there's different rules when you're married in comparison to being boyfriend and girlfriend, or if you're single or whatever you want to consider it. Totally different rules. Like there's a lot of stuff at risk when you're married in comparison to oh, I just got a fling, or we did a date, or we're boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing. Yes, there definitely will be feelings hurt and stuff like that if things go awry and whatnot. But at the same time, when you married, them rules is very there, very much there, and you know it.
And I'm glad you said that, because like to me and B are single, you know. So, and we see things in a different, but we also understand the importance of marriage. And I think that's kind of like our argument. It's kind of like I mean, I'll tell you straight up, you know, like being in dating market now, it's definitely not as easy as what it used to be, you know. Like there's just, like I said, there's definitely a lot more concern. And with that being said, this is why it goes back to the questions, like what you were asking, you know, what can we do about it? And I said it straight up. I said that if you really want to fix it, and I said this in the last podcast, I'll say it again. Men need to learn how to put their foot down if they want to be in a healthy relationship. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying being put the foot down of like, or hurt a woman, or I'm the boss, or you better listen to me. But what I'm saying is that there's a specific level of respect and a specific standard that you need to set. Not 100 things. Like I'm not talking about the superficial stuff of like being like being super hot or whatever. I'm talking about just things that you will accept and things that you would do. And I'm not saying make 100 lists, but just pick a couple of things and put your foot down on those things. You know, that's why I say it's one of the biggest problems today, just in the dating world. At least because I do put more of it on men than I do women. It's because men don't know how to put their foot down anymore, and I think that's a big issue right now. Men don't know how to say, I'm not going to deal with that, or I'm not going to accept that.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying, to get on your level. And I said this only really applies to people who want to be married, to get on your level, because I do believe in this. I do believe in this, that a woman cannot love you if she doesn't respect you.
So I got another question. I want to let you finish, but
no, go ahead. It's fine.
What if a man does know how to put his foot down, but it's not accepted?
You got to move on, man. It's that simple. Like, you don't take it. You know,
so
like,
of course, I get that, but
yeah.
like I said, there's different rules of engagement when it comes to marriage.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Marriage. That's why I said there are different rules to marriage. I'm not denying that. I'm more talking about trying to get into a marriage or get into a long-term relationship. But yes,
I'm saying when you're already there, everything's already been determined, but say things change, not on the other person's end, but on the other person's end. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Mm-hmm. Now, with those changes come some crazy, nasty irregularities and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I keep going, okay, yeah, you can let go of certain things, but you also can't let go of certain things. And what I mean by that is, if you're in a relationship long enough, you end up more than likely having children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And with that, you also have the responsibility, as always, of those children. And I'm saying, of course, you can separate the marriage from the children and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, that's the broken family unit that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And I go, you can handle it this way, that way, that way. And it ain't no one shoe fits all situation with that type of stuff. And it's a very, very delicate situation. And that's why I keep saying it's all the way around. Is from start to finish, it can be a very difficult situation to deal with because of others. I'm gonna just say others.
Oh yeah. I mean, you. I'm not married, but like I said, you got kids, you got her, you got family members. I mean, that's all that you have to manage. You know, Yeah, like I said, yeah, people change, mindsets change, ideology change, all of it.
And that's why I also
I,
bring that to the video that G posted about the lawyer talking about the relationship where she got remarried to somebody else that had money and all that, and she was okay and fine and everything financially, but she wanted the dude to suffer, whatever her reason being for that.
Yeah. So basically, I'll just tell the story really quick. So basically, what happened was this woman, like you said, woman had a bunch of money and got married to a new man with the ex, but because because her ex cheated on her, every time she would use the law system to basically continue to throw that man back in jail every single time. So the man kept going back to jail because I think if I remember right, it's because he wasn't paying his child support. So
I
that's just
think so, yeah.
yeah. So
but she also said it's really just because he cheated.
Yeah, that's really what it was. I mean, heck, there was actually I actually heard this. I want to say a month ago, where there was a study that came out, and they basically said that 49% of women uses her kids against her ex. 49% is what the study found.